Soul music has always been built on powerful voices. Voices filled with emotion and passion. Voices capable of moving generations. Some singers become superstars. Some become household names. And some, despite incredible talent, never fully receive the recognition they truly deserve. But real music fans know. They know the voices and the talent. And they know the greatness when they hear it. One of those voices belongs to a vocalist with power, range, and soul. A singer talented enough to stand inside not only one, but two legendary groups, the Temptations and the Four Tops. This is the story of one of soul music's most underrated voices. The centerpiece of today's video is all about Theo Peoples. Now before we start, let's be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and push that notification bell to be sure you won't miss out on any more uploads. Now without further ado, let's cue that intro. Before the stage lights, before the sold out concerts, before legendary groups, there was Theo Peoples, who was born on January 24th, 1961 in St. Louis, Missouri. Like many great singers, Theo's journey started off with music at an early age. Soul music, gospel, R&B, and classic vocal groups. These were the sounds that shaped his musical foundation. Theo developed a voice that stood out. His vocals carry strength, control, emotion, and a natural ability to command attention. People noticed that this wasn't an ordinary talent. This was a special gift, but talent alone isn't enough. Success requires discipline, practice, dedication, and relentless work. Theo committed himself into mastering his craft. He was the son of a preacher, and he also performed at local landmarks before pursuing solo success. Peoples was also discovered by Ron Tyson at the Majestic Hotel in St. Louis. He was chosen to replace Richard Street in one of Motown's most legendary groups, the Temptations, in 1992. One of the biggest turning points in his career came when he joined the Temptations. This was a major moment. Joining the Temptations means stepping into one of music's greatest institutions. Expectations are enormous. You're not just expected to sing, you're expected to perform at an elite level. The standards are incredibly high, but Theo had the talent to raise the challenge. To understand Theo Peoples' story, you have to understand the world that he entered. Motown was soul music excellence. This was the home of legends, artists who changed music forever. This wasn't just music, this was history, and eventually, Theo Peoples will become part of that history. When he first joined the group, his first recordings was The Empress of Soul that was released in 1994. He also sang lead on the songs Giving You the Best,
You've given me so much more.
Elevator Eyes, and Blueprint for Love. Followed by the album For Love Is Only that was released in 1995. He sang lead on the song Night and Day.
Follows wherever I go.
This song was featured on the movie What Women Want. After Ali Wilson left the Temptations in 1996 due to his battle with throat cancer, Peoples assumed the role of lead singer. What made Theo Peoples special? Of course, it was his voice. Theo brought power and soul in a way that immediately stood out. His voice carried authority, strength, passion, and emotion. He could handle powerful lead vocals, but he also blended beautifully in harmony. That combination made him extremely valuable. Few singers can do both at a high level. Being a Temptation means carrying the history on your shoulders. Fans, they expect excellence every night. They expect great vocals, sharp choreography, professionalism, and precision. There's no room for mistakes. Theo, he stepped into that environment, and of course he delivered. He helped carry the group forward during the new era. That matters because sustaining greatness is just as difficult as building it. However, in 1998, Peoples was dismissed from the group from an alleged drug problem. Peoples has confirmed in various of interviews that he was fired from the Temptations due to him having issues with drugs. Although he was replaced by Barrington Bo Henderson before the album's release, he made significant contributions to the multi-platinum and Grammy Award nominated album Phoenix Rising. He wrote and sang the song This Is My Promise, and he also sang lead on the group song Stay. As being part of the Temptations wasn't impressive enough, 6 months after parting ways with them, Peoples was asked to join the Four Tops. The group had recently lost original member Lawrence Payton, and the remaining Tops hand-selected Peoples to take his place. When lead singer Levi Stubbs had to cease touring, he handed Peoples the torch to giving him his personal blessing to take over the Four Tops as the front man. That alone speaks volume about Peoples' talent. Very few singers can say that they perform in both the Temptations and the Four Tops. These are two of the greatest vocal groups in music history. Joining both groups placed Theo in a rare company. It speaks to his vocal ability, his professionalism, and the respect he earned within soul music circles. Peoples continued to tour and perform with the Four Tops until he left the group in 2011. Joining legendary groups always come with challenges. Fans compare every new members to icons. For the Four Tops, comparisons was undeniable, especially because of the legendary legacy of Levi Stubbs. That pressure can overwhelm many singers, but Theo, he brought his own identity, and he also respected the legacy, while also bringing his own voice and strength to the group. That balance is difficult, but it is essential. Earning the singular honor of being the only man to ever be a member of the Temptations and the Four Tops, Peoples has also performed for Presidents Bill Clinton and George W. Bush. He has also had the opportunity to perform with Aretha Franklin and perform at the Super Bowl halftime show. Peoples has released several solo albums, including Downtime, that was released in 2000, Listen to Your Heart, that was released in 2002, and Chemistry, You and Me, that was released in 2004. This raises an important question. Why isn't Theo Peoples discussed more often? Why does such an incredible vocalist feel so underrated? The answer is pretty simple. Music history often focuses on the original members, the bigger names, the most famous eras, but legendary groups survive because the talented artists continue to carry the torch. Theo Peoples was one of those artists, a singer whose contributions matter deeply, even if mainstream recognition never fully reflected. Today, Theo Peoples' legacy remains important. He represents talent, dedication, versatility, and resilience. His career proves that greatness doesn't always come with mainstream headlines. Sometimes greatness lives in the respect of peers. Now, before we go, I have a question for you all. What lineup of the Temptations is your favorite? While I have y'all here, if you would like to support the channel further, then feel free to become a member. By doing so, you help make these videos possible. I thank each and every one of you who supported me along this journey.